Hey guys, welcome back to ED Figure Unboxing. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And today we're going to take a look at the Mafex Wolverine, and this is the comic version. I've always been a big fan of Wolverine. I'm a little bit late to the party on this one, but that's okay. And Mafex seems to be killing it recently. I'm really happy with what they put out so far. I like the Spider-Man, I like the Venom, and they're making Hush Batman, Superman, like they all look amazing. I think in terms of looks, they're the best in the market right now for 1/12 scale. That's just my opinion. Do let me know in the comments on what you think. I still have some issues with the way they design the articulation. They don't feel so smooth sometimes, but hopefully it gets better and better as they make more figures. Anyways, here's the left of the box, here's the right of the box, and here's the back of the box. And let's not waste any more time and bust this thing open and see what we got. And here's the figure still in the inner packaging, looking pretty good, but he doesn't come with a whole lot. I feel like they should have included a little bit more hands, maybe one more head sculpt, but anyways, let's check it out. Alright, so here we have the figure itself, and my first impression on this figure is just okay, but the figure is not horrible or anything. In fact, it's actually quite decent, but I do have some issues with it. And let's just take a close look at the figure first. I like the look here. This is definitely my cup of tea, but I do have some paint issues here and there where the yellow meets the black, and for some reason the tiger stripe is not filled out all the way, as you guys can see here. Kind of weird, but I guess I can live with that. But the biggest issue I have with Mafex figure is just the way the plastic feels. I really do feel like they need to use some different plastic. Like the figure is not loose or anything, but it just doesn't feel good when I'm handling it. Like all the engineering is there. You can actually tell they're trying to do a lot here, but yeah, it just doesn't feel sturdy. So if you're aiming for longevity here, you shouldn't be posing with your figure too much, which kind of sucks in my opinion. Especially nowadays, we have so many other choices like SH Figuarts, Figma. But I like what I'm seeing here, and hopefully they can make the articulation feel a little bit better. And yeah, speaking of which, let's just jump straight into the articulation. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. He can look up about this much, look down about this much, and you can tilt his head side to side, no problem. And his shoulder is just on a really long ball joint. It kind of functions like a butterfly, which is really nice. You can raise his arm up about this much. The shoulder pad here is just on a ball peg, which is fantastic. And we have bicep swivel, you can cover about this much, and you do get the ball wrist, or like a hinge wrist. You guys know what I'm talking about. And for the ab crunch, my figure is really stiff. I'm gonna try to move it carefully. You can bend forward about this much, which is pretty nice. And you can bend backwards. I will say the same amount, but my figure is really stiff right now. And for the leg, we do have the pull down method. You can kick out about this high, bend about this much, thigh swivels, that is that pivot and toe hinge. Oh, and this is on a softened material. And yeah, the figure just doesn't feel as good as SH Figuarts, and it feels a little bit brittle. And I think I know where the issue is. Like the figure is a little bit too tight on places that's supposed to be loose, and a little bit too loose on places that's supposed to be tight. Like for instance, this lower body portion should be rock solid, but I think over time this is gonna become loose very quickly. I don't see this guy posing himself too well without a stand. Like he's just gonna fall one day if you leave him without a stand on your shelf. But anyways, let's check out the accessories. And for the accessories, we can start with the default head, and I think they nailed the look here. Very nice. And next up, we have a teeth gritting face, which looks really good as well. And lastly, we have the unmasked head, and I think they did a really good job here. I've seen a lot of people not liking this, but personally, I like it a lot. We also get a hood here. You just slide it in when you use this head. Very cool. And lastly, we have two kinds of interchangeable hands, display open hands and the claw hand. I kind of feel like they could give us a little bit more, but that's everything. We also get a stand, and let's check out some action poses. Anyways, that was just some quick posing, and I hope you guys enjoyed them, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, despite some of the issues I talked about, I still think the figure is pretty decent, and it's probably the best looking 1/12 scale Wolverine in the market right now. That's just my opinion. Do let me know in the comments on what you think. I don't think it's much of an articulation problem, it's more of the plastic they're using. Well, if Mafex continue to use this kind of plastic, I'm not sure if I can support a line all the way. I might just get the figure and review it and maybe sell it after. But yeah, I think that's it from me. Do let me know in the comments on what you think. And this is Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.